Alright guys, so I'm doing the front of this Wolverine now. Front brakes, that is. And it's all the same equipment that we used on the back. You got a 5mm Allen to run the dowel screw through the top of the brake pad. There's another one down here. Another 5mm dowel screw that goes through. Those go through there to hold the brake pads in place. That's 5mm. You got 12mm bolt high, another 12mm bolt low at the bottom there. We're going to take those off, take the pads out, clean everything out. We're going to set one of the old pads back in, the back pad without this ear on it. And then we're going to use 4-inch adjustable C-clamp. And while I'd like to use a larger C-clamp, 6-inch or 8-inch, if you look at that plate right there, it's a little too large on the bigger clamps to fit in this opening here on the C-clamp. So the 4-inch should do just fine. And again, I'll be using WD-40 to lubricate the actual pistons in there so that they slide in a lot easier. And of course, brake parts cleaner to spray off all the excess residue and whatnot. So starting off, of course, get your wheel off and out of the way. Right now I'm using a 5mm Allen to back this dowel screw out. And then repeat the process at the bottom. I do stand corrected, guys. I did say it'd be all the exact same tools that we used on the back brakes, with the difference of it was a 12mm socket on the back or 12mm wrench. On the front, it's a 14 for the top bolt and the lower bolt that holds the caliper on here. So that is a 14, and I recommend a deep well just so that you have clearance to swivel your ratchet around and clear everything here. And now that we got it broke loose, we'll go ahead and back those bolts out. Sorry for the shaking camera, guys. My tripod broke, but I guess that's what you get when you order cheap crap off of eBay. If anybody wants to send me one or know of a link for a good one, please feel free to leave me that link in the comments below so I can try to get this thing posted up in a decent tripod. Because trying to hold the camera and do this at the same time just isn't working out so great. Get that caliper up. See what we got here. Yeah, you can see that those pads are shot. Not as bad as the back, but they are still bad. Set that aside. Inspect the rotor. Rotor's not too bad on either side. I'll go ahead and clean this up and push those pistons back in. Again, just remember, guys, that's a 2-piston setup on these. So you're going to want to rotate your pressure when you put your clamp on there. You're going to run one piston in a few cranks, loosen up your clamp, go to the other side, run that in a few cranks, loosen it up, come back over here, and you're just going to keep going back and forth until you get both pistons all the way inside. And this here is what I was talking about, the dowel screws. They're like dowel pins that slide all the way through, but then you got the threads up here to thread them in. But those little shafts, they're smooth, they go all the way through and into the brake pads through those ears to hold those ears in place. I cleaned them up a little bit with a wire brush around here, and then I ran some WD-40 through both sides, and it helped them come loose pretty good. Without the WD-40, it just seems like everything's kind of dry and corroded and just fighting the friction trying to back it out. Threads are clean, but it's all this that gets the corrosion and such in there. So yeah, a little WD-40, they'll back right out nice and easy for you. Alright, as you can see, we got those down in there. Those pistons are all the way down in nice and flush. And again, that was going side to side with the clamp there. At this point, I'm going to take the clamp off, get that old pad out of there, spray everything down with some brake clean, and then I'll put the new pads on and button everything back up. Alright, got the caliper bolted on. I started the dowel screws off camera while the caliper was still off. You can see the threads are still sticking out a little bit. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and get this 5mm going again and snug them down. For these dowel screws, guys, just remember, you just need to snug it a little bit. Don't crank it down. And remember that this is aluminum. You go trying to crank it down, you're going to start stripping everything, and then you're going to have bigger problems on your hands. But yeah, just snug them down a little bit. Well, everything's buttoned up, so now I'm just going to spray everything down a little bit with some parts cleaner. And put the wheel back on. Then you repeat the process on the other side. That's all there is to it, guys. If you like what you see, hit like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, what you think I've done wrong, or anything that you feel could be done differently to make the job easier, please feel free to post that in the comments as well. I'd love to know and learn new tricks, because I'm always out here in the garage. Anything to help make the job easier or move along quicker, I'm all ears, guys. Thanks for watching.